Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I'm going to be talking about the moon, sextile, or trine Neptune in Synastry. Now, first off, the unconscious side of the inner personality, which is the moon person, may be in harmony and compatible with what the Neptune person has inspiration for. And if Neptune, let's say the Neptune person has their Neptune, in Scorpio, those things that they have inspiration for, the person does, may be connected with. It could be, locksmithing, embalming, forensics, investigation, deep research. Some other could be the occult, which includes astrology, as some examples. If the Neptune person has their Neptune in Sagittarius, as another example, those things that he or she may have inspiration for may include sports, the outdoors, camping, religion, publishing, advertising, even it could be foreign travel, printing press operation, as some examples. Now, both of these people can mutually show compassion and sympathy toward each other. This could be a very compassionate connection, and the understanding of feelings and moods. And the thing about this is too, and they could show this toward each other without smothering each other in the process. And now the moon individual may nurture and care, for the Neptune person. Let's say if the Neptune person, say, is dealing with any kind of disease or weakness, and the thing about this is too, now the Neptune person, may be there, to rescue the moon person if he or she, say, is having some home-related issues. I mean, let's say the moon person has their moon in Gemini, like I do. It could be a very mercurial home situation that he or she is enduring. It could be something where a person may be very peripatetic, maybe going from one place to another, and not have that stability home-wise. And the thing about this, as far as the synastry aspect goes as well, is that the Neptune person, may be idealistic in terms of really seeing the positive traits of the moon person as far as their inner personality goes, that unconscious and subconscious side of the moon individual, but without overlooking the negative parts of that person as well. Let's say if the moon person has their moon in Aquarius, the Neptune person may readily see the good qualities of that placement. They see the moon person as far as their inner personality, subconscious side, seeing the altruistic qualities, seeing someone that's considerate, again, altruistic, unobtrusive, even ingenious, selfless, somebody that is not, that could be tolerant, not overly critical or judgmental, as some examples. Another thing is that the moon person may bring comfort, provide comfort to that Neptune person if the Neptune person needs to relax, meditate, or sleep, or just simply find some quiet time, some isolation and solitude and seclusion. And the thing about this synastry aspect as well is that the Neptune person may often predict, so to speak, in terms of the moon person, how they're going to react or respond to things. Remember, Neptune is connected with psychic receptivity. The moon is about our reactions and responses, and the Neptune person may readily sacrifice, his or her, time, to help, the moon person. Whether something, it could be something moon related, such as with laundry, plumbing, cooking, maybe doing some, something connected with history, researching history, something just general home introverted activities. And what's interesting is that, Neptune is connected with hidden adversaries. It could be like, people that are posing as friends that are truly enemies in disguise. Now, the thing is, um, the moon has a connection with intuition. So when you have this synastry aspect, what could be beneficial and auspicious about it is that the moon person may be able to intuitively see, instinctively see if the Neptune person, they have any people in their life that are not really their friends, and they're just, posing as such. People that are actually hidden adversaries, the moon person may be able to detect that and help the Neptune person see those people clearly. So anyway, well, I stated in my earlier videos on the natal placements that you never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person astrologically speaking based on that alone, because the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. And the same applies, with synastry aspects as well. And when you look at synastry, one synastry aspect is not going to make or break a relationship or connection. And the moon sextile or trine Neptune in synastry is certainly no exception. In most cases, you're going to have a plethora of synastry aspects between person A and person B. Now, in this case, the moon, sextile trine Neptune in synastry, it's auspicious, it's positive, because you're talking about a sextile or trine. It's very flowing, but at the same time, you could have, some negative aspects that might offset this, to some degree. Let's say for example, you take two people, they have the moon sextile or trine Neptune in synastry, but let's say that you have, the moon person has their moon, let's say it's square or opposite, the Neptune, let's say it's square or opposite the Neptune person's Saturn. Well, the Saturn person may often bring, about, focus on the negative, qualities of the moon person, or may make that moon person, feel somewhat despondent or negative or depressed. The connection may have that kind of effect on the moon person. Now, you have the moon sextile trine Neptune in synastry. The Neptune person may readily show that compassion toward the moon person. But if you have, let's say another example, let's say if that moon person has their moon square or opposite the Neptune person's Uranus, that Uranus person may be requiring a lot of freedom from that moon person, perceiving the moon person as being overly clingy or needy. And it would, it wouldn't eradicate, the description of the moon sextile trine Neptune synastry, aspect, but it can, it may make it a little bit less intense. The basic description of the aspect still stays the same though. But anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.